everyone has doubts, and I've had doubts if I'm like maybe technically good enough because it's so competitive now, the football world. So I think all you can do really is to work on that. We've got the indoor facility at Barfield, and we go on the indoor, work on your technique, work on anything that the coach has said. You need to get better and just try and give yourself the best chance.
Yeah, interesting one actually on sort of my sort of journey. Obviously, I grew up in from quite a pleasant background really. And a lot of the lads that I was playing with were sort of a little bit different to that. I think a few people threw at me that I might have been too nice to be a footballer and didn't quite have that edge, that sort of that drive, that hunger that others might have. That upset me a little bit, to be honest. It used to frustrate me.
Well, there's a lot of different things. I think the first one starts with a great attitude towards everything about it, the profession, your training, your diet, the way you look after yourself. There are some sacrifices as well, so you've got to be prepared to make sacrifices, whether it's as you're getting older, of course. If you're going into the realms of alcohol, you've got to be careful. Diet's a big one. Rest is another one, so you can't be out till all hours. So there's a lot of different things that bring you to being a real professional.
I mean, I was at Huddersfield Town as a junior player, so I was in the academy here till 14, then released at 14 for being too small, and then picked up. Luckily, I went to play non-league at a club called Liversidge, so I played non-league there in the men's team. That's where my dad played. My granddad and my uncle, so I played there in the first team, and then luckily got scouted for Sheffield Wednesday at the time, which was I think 1997 at the time, so a long time ago.
Not just about footballers, but I think the whole sort of celebrity thing. I actually think that footballers, the top footballers, I don't have a problem with the money that they make. We don't complain about film stars getting £5-6 million of film. The top footballers are like the equivalent of film stars when I was growing up. Now, I think there's far too much inequality in the world, but focusing on footballers is kind of ridiculous. But I do think the thing about what kids want to do with themselves is less about the football thing that worries me. I think there's nothing wrong with youngsters wanting to become great footballers. It's more this thing about the celebrity culture more generally.
I think a lot of people will look at the wage packet and say, oh, he's on 100,000, he's on £200,000 a week. The first thing I would say is a very short career. They finished at 35, and there's a long time that they have to support themselves and their families in that time. And I would say we're in an entertainment business. Look at what the great entertainers, the film stars, the tennis stars, the golf players, the Formula One drivers can attain for their talents. And I would also say there are an awful lot of people that I know and have worked with that are just earning a national average wage as a professional football player. So it's a question of economics. If someone's prepared to pay it, then you're obviously worth it.
Yeah, no, I left school at the age of, so I got scouted when I was 7 years of age, which is probably quite late now, 7, 8, because kids are getting scouted at 5 and 6 now, so it's incredible. But nowadays everyone's looking at parents and how tall parents are and what children are doing, left, right foot, natural. When I got scouted just playing for my town team, which is basically when you, say for instance you live in Leeds and you play for Leeds boys when you're 10, which basically means every single boy from every single junior school goes for a trial, and the best players get picked for this one team, so it's your borough team. So when you're 10, you're playing against Leeds boys, Manchester boys, Stockport, Liverpool boys. So I was playing for these, but I got scouted when I was 7, and then you're in the system. Then you go every twice a week to Oldham. You train after school, and then I left school and was on a YTS, which was £30 a week, I think. But then you are a YTS, so you are at a professional club, and then you train every day. If you get asked to train with the first team, you do. But that's how it was then. Like nowadays it's academy system, but then it was schoolboys and then YTS. So I left school at 15, 16 and went straight into being a YTS footballer.
Becoming a professional footballer is like you said, a dream, and on the back of that, for me, the professionalism that I had to, or the professional person I had to become to achieve that was such a high level. The sacrifice that you've got to make. A lot of people, you know, they'll watch footballers on the pitch, they don't realise what goes on 9 to 5 during the week. So obviously when I was 18, I had to stop sort of going out with my friends. I had to stop seeing my friends when they were going to parties and things like that. I had to change my diet, eat really healthy foods, all the sacrifice of wanting to sleep all the time and rest and train really hard. So to become an elite sort of professional footballer, the sacrifices are massive.